Welcome back, collectors. Very excited today to share with you my Series 1914 Federal Reserve Note Collection. This is a set I've been working on for about, over a year now. And I finally have all the pieces. I decided to wait until I had them all before I showed you any of them. Now, the Series 1914 is the first series of Federal Reserve notes. However, the notes I'm showing you today are not the earliest of these notes. Those would be, and I'll pause this for a moment, those would be the red seals. That was the very first series with the Burke-McAdoo signatures. Early in production, they changed to the blue seal. So all of the ones I'm showing you today are Series 1914, but printed later in the run. Now, this note, of course, features the portrait of our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. It is drawn on the Minneapolis Federal Reserve and is graded 64, exceptional paper quality by PMG. Now, to me, this series is really about the backs. So let's take a look at these vignettes up close. This one is called Columbus in Sight of Land. And the one on the right is the landing of the Pilgrims. Okay. Now, next note is $10 bill. This one features the portrait of our 7th president, Andrew Jackson, also known as Old Hickory, and is drawn on the New York Federal Reserve. This is my favorite back. Everybody has a favorite. This is mine, where you have agriculture depicted on the left and industry on the right. Let's take a look at these up close. I just love the engraving on all these notes. I mean, it's a care and a detail that we just don't see anymore. This one is also graded 64, but that one's graded by PCGS rather. All right. Next up, we have the $20 bill. This one features the portrait of Grover Cleveland, our 22nd and 24th president, the first man to ever serve 2 non-consecutive terms in the White House. Also drawn on the New York Federal Reserve. And we have the planes, trains, and automobiles on the left. And an ocean liner on the right with New York City and the Statue of Liberty in the background. I guess that's a tugboat. So, modes of transportation would be the theme for this back. And this one is a 58, about uncirculated. Now, as we go up in denomination, as I'm sure many of you know, the price of these notes get, higher and higher. So I had to go down in grade in order to complete the collection. As, of course, my funds are not unlimited, which is an ongoing problem. But anyway, this is the $50 bill featuring a portrait of our 18th president and Union General Ulysses S. Grant. Also on the New York Federal Reserve. This one's graded choice very fine. Now, I think this note, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but I think this note is a little better than 35. It looks more like a 40 to me, but that's just my opinion. This back is called Panama, which is celebrating the recently completed Panama Canal, which unites the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. So, achievement, I suppose, would be the theme of this back. And finally, the $100 bill, featuring the portrait of Benjamin Franklin, never a president, but always on our mind as one of our founding fathers. This one drawn on the Kansas City Federal Reserve. This note has a very interesting back that features 5 allegorical figures representing labor, plenty, America, peace, and commerce. This one's graded a 20. As you know, these bills get, especially these large $100 bills, they get really into crazy money when you get, up to about a 30 or so. They start really jumping. So at this point, I'm going to insert a few group pictures of these notes so you can see them together. That's actually quite impressive. I don't have enough room at my desk to do that, and I'll say a few words about them. But first, a footnote. The large size notes were replaced in the summer of 1929 by the smaller size notes that we're accustomed to seeing today. Here's a photograph of a series 1928 $5 bill that entered circulation at that time compared to the large size $5 bill. As you can see, these notes are quite impressive when shown together. Now, this is a series that you either love or hate. A lot of collectors don't like it. They say it's boring, but I like it. And like I said earlier in the video, to me, it's all about the backs anyway. And speaking of backs, here are all the backs displayed together. I'd like to hear what you think about this series. So please comment, share with a friend, like, subscribe, and thanks for stopping by.